so delighted if you all will make my Christmas special. How can you make my Christmas special? If you are single and not married, please go on to Amazon and buy a book that is written for you. Don't tell me how old you are. Age has nothing to do with you getting married. If you're old enough to be an adult, and if you're 70 and not married, God can still bring Mr. Right or Miss Right. So that's what I'm saying. Don't tell me your age. So again, there is a book that is entitled The Love Factor. Truth to know before you say I do. We work a lot in this area, and most of marital problem comes from three things: lack of proper knowledge, lack of proper tools, and lack of proper skills. When you don't have those three in place, you don't have what is needed to deal with the challenges of marriage. So I want to encourage, it's available online. Because I didn't come to teach nor preach, so I brought nothing. But that one book I gave you, Pastor, I brought it as a gift to wherever the Lord would lead me to give it to. So I gave that book. Second book is for those of you who have been married and still feel loved. No, I didn't say think love. You still feel there is what is called PEA, philiphalamide, natural love drugs that is causing you to always think SEXY. Come on, you know what that spells. About each other. When you think of the name, something special happens on the inside. That normally happens within the 7 years of marriage. It can go beyond 7, but many times it happens within the 7 years of marriage. If you are experiencing that wonderful euphoric feeling of love, there's a book for you called The Love Factor in Marriage. Those who have read it and been reading it are testifying of the blessings that God is unfolding in their marriage. And for those of you who have been married for at least 10, 15 years longer, I just released what is now called the epic marriage. The people who know you're married but you don't feel it. Okay, you don't. There's nobody here. All we got are angels. Put a smile on your face. Come on. This is called the epic marriage. And I'm here to let you know whether you feel the euphoric love or you have to create it. When you do it, the result is phenomenal. Some of you are sick, and the main reason you are sick is you're not releasing the love that God has placed in your marriage. And I'm not asking you, some of the doctors cannot prescribe your condition. And they can't treat it because it cannot be treated medically. It's psychoanalytical. It is biochemical. It is you're not pushing the right buttons. And it's not a new man you want. He ain't gonna fix it. It's not a new woman. No other woman or man can fix it. You got the cure. You just need to know the buttons to push. And this one, ladies, hear me. Jenny and I wrote this together. This is some serious work. I mean, very serious. I visit your medical lab at the age of 40, 50, and tell you some other things that's happening. Yes, guys too. Gentlemen. Can't say much. But just imagine what I would have said. It's in here to fix it. Again, I really want to challenge you. Make my Christmas special by going online and order it. This is the first church that I am publicly announcing it. It's been printed, it's been published, but as I said, I have not yet released the book on the market because I'm working on marketing strategy because I want to get rich on this one. So I can give my tithes and my offering. somebody? So that was number one. Number two is, may I see all those people who are working as a worker or leader in the church? Would you please stand? If you are a worker or a leader in the church, would you please stand? If you serve in a committee, if you drive a bus, you help clean the floor, you came in and see a piece of sticker on the ground and you pick it up, you are a church worker. You might not be appointed, but you are a church worker. Yes, see the hands up. Okay, remain standing. Those of you who feel you should be a church worker or a church leader, when you're sitting down, but you know God wants you to serve in the church, would you please stand? Don't look around to nobody else. I'm asking you if you feel you should be. If you don't feel you should be, God may have a job for you inside. Okay, here's what I want to tell you. Every person inside here who's trained as a medical doctor went to school. Every teacher went to school. Every professors went to school, and you got your education. Second thing is, after you got your education, you got your credential to teach. You got your credential to do nursing. You got your credential to do all of the different things you do. You may be seated now. Here's what I want to let you know. In the church, we now have a program that is designed to train every church leader in the discipline God calls you to serve. May I share this quickly and I close this portion, is that before Jesus sent his disciples out, he trained them. The problem with most of our churches is we send people out who are not trained. Secondly, before he sent them, he empowered them. Do you know the biggest challenge today is not power? It's power in the wrong hand. That's the problem, not power. Power in a fool's hand is still foolish and it does stupid things with the power. So it's not the Holy Ghost power you need only. You need the right tools and skills. And this program is a program designed to train you to work where God has equipped you and called you to serve. It's very inexpensive, and when you finish, some of you will get promotion in your job because of the training you get. I'm not asking, I'm telling you, because I am in charge of that training program. That's my job now. I work as the Multicultural Education Director in Cleveland, Tennessee for Multicultural Group, and I'm also responsible for a program called Mobilize. Mobilize is a local church leadership training program that will certify you to serve in the local church. So again, your pastor will get information on that, and she makes it available. It's not going to be something that you're going to come to church to do. It's work you're going to do on your own. We'll give you the book, we'll give you the manual, we'll give you everything. You'll do the work on your own, and you'll meet once a month for 1 year, and at the end of the year, you'll receive 4 certificates you can match with Humber College. I'm telling you, it is fully certified. So it's not only good for the local church, but it's good for ministry. Amen, somebody?
Amen.
I said 3. So let me give you the last one. And I'd like to invite you to partner with me in one or two things. I'm not going to preach long. I see the clock. Don't worry yourself. If I tell you I'm preaching for a certain time, I'm going to preach for that time. But I'd like to invite some of you to do one or two things. I'm no longer your administrative bishop. I no longer live here. I no longer work here. But I still would love to have some Canadian connections. So I do 2 things that I like to get a partner with. I'd like to invite your pastors to come with me to South Africa to do ministry. She is blessed where finances is concerned. That's the problem in Africa. They have the resources, but they don't know how to manage it. So again, I'd love to invite you to send them on a mission trip. Amen, somebody? Amen. Send them, which means fund the mission work to send them to work there. And there are a few of you who should come with them as armor bearers. Not just to hold their arms up, but to also be involved in the ministry. So again, after service, if you are interested, please see me. Please, I'm only preaching briefly. Going to Christmas is 2 days down the road, and nobody should leave until I pronounce the benediction. And I'm not going to hold you hostage. Believe me, I won't. Amen. But I want to tell you, please, please, please come with us to South Africa. You will never be the same. And hear this, it's going to cost you over 4,000 Canadian dollars. Put a smile on your face. All of a sudden you begin to, where the money coming from? None of your business. You need to say yes, then it's God's business to provide. You see, that's why many of you have not and cannot be what you ought to be, because your mind business, that's not yours. If God says do this, do what you must do, and let God does what he must do. Go buy this car. I don't have the money. Stupid. God knew you didn't have no money when he said go buy the car. So when you get the car, you won't get the credit. He's getting the credit because he provides it. I'm not calling you stupid. I saw my wife's eyes. I'm calling you stupid. I'm calling the idea stupid. So hear me this morning. It's not a money issue. Brother Vassell preach. Most of you know one of the greatest superstars around here in Canada. I had her to go with me on a mission trip. And a month before the mission trip, she only gave $100. And that means she wouldn't go because the $100 wouldn't pay for it. And she says, well, all I have is $100. I said, did you do what I told you to do? She says, no. I said, well, don't talk to me. When you do what I tell you to do and God doesn't come through, then come back and talk to me. 1 month later, we went to the mission trip. Not only did she get the money to pay the expense, she got $600 on top. What I'm trying to share with you is, if you decide to go, I will provide you through your pastor information that you can use to get that money, because money is available to get you to go. All you've got to do is say yes. And stand with me, please, for the reading of God's word. I'm going to speak to you from my heart. I have a 4-page sermon note that I prepared for this day, but it's in my head and it's on this computer. I'm going to preach in the 15 minutes, then I'm going to close. Our God and our Father, we acknowledge your presence and you are with us to lead, to direct, to guide. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever. God of the 7 words prayer. God of the 13 words prayer. God of the 53 words prayer. It's not the length of prayer that matters, it's the effectiveness of the words. And it's just you who come this day to thank you for the privilege of bringing us here to be a blessing to this congregation, but not only us to be a blessing to them, but them to be a blessing to us. Speak through me your word, that your word will bring life, healing, and victory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Remain standing and I read what God gave me from the book of Galatians chapter 4, verses 4 through 7. But when the fullness of time had come, God sent his son, born of a woman, not of a man, not by man and woman, but born of a woman, which means an offspring of a woman only. There was no coming together of a man and a woman. not only was this son born of a woman, but born under the law, to redeem those who were under the law, so that we might receive adoptions as sons and daughters. And because you are sons and daughters, God has sent the Spirit of the Son into our hearts, crying, Abba, Father. So you and I are no longer slaves, but sons and daughters. And if not sons and daughters, then heirs through God. May God bless the reading of His word. Amen. Amen. You may be seated. My topic is, what time is it? Turn to your neighbor and ask your neighbor what time it is.
What time is it?
Some of you didn't even turn your head, but it's all right. What time is it? What time is it? It is now 1:20. But what time is that time? Is that really 1:20? Huh? Is it 1:20?
Yes.
Talk to me, somebody. Is it 1:20?
Yes.
No. It depends.
It depends on where you are, yes.
It depends on where you are. It's 1:20 here. In Vancouver, it's about 10:20. In South Africa, it is 6 hours ahead. In Belgium, it's 6 hours ahead. In England, it's 5 hours ahead. What time is it? It depends. It's a time is measured in two things. Time is measured in chronos time, in time that you can measure within a period of time. That time takes in yesterday, today, and the future. That's chronos time. What time it is, we need to understand what time are we working with. Second, there's another time. There's a time called kairos times. So it depends on what time it is. In the text says, Christ, God sent forth His Son, and His Son came in the fullness of time. What time? Was it a calendar time, or was it a kairos time? The Bible didn't tell us whether it was a chronos time or it was a kairos time. But if you understand that He came when He came, why He came, you realize that He came to do something in this world. He came to redeem this world. For God so loved the world that He sent Jesus in the fullness of time, in the rightness of time. You know, time is powerful. People always complaining, but it's not time is the problem, it's what you do with the time. When you don't manage time, time manages you. We have the same time, the same 60 minutes, the same 60 seconds. We all have that time, but what do you do with that time? We have time with that time. We have half time. You know the story about half times. Half time is in the middle of the game. They stop, and when they have half time, they have fun and they have party and they have concert. Now half time, the Bible didn't say He came at the half time. The Bible says He came in the fullness of time. You know, there's one thing about the fullness of time. If you don't pick the fruit when the fruit is ripe and you let that time pass, you're going to have a problem. You see, you need to pick the fruit at the fullness of time. If you pick the fruit before, it's not going to ripe the way it ought to ripe. The Bible said Jesus came in the fullness of time, because God had a plan, and God never comes late. He might not come when you want Him. He might not come on your schedule, but I'm telling you, God is never late. He sent Jesus at the right time, in the fullness of time. He said the fullness of time speaks of the completion, not the end, but the right time for the miracles to happen. You know, I'm looking forward. I've been preaching and talking about my son. It's time for him to give his father a grandchild, and I don't have to preach at the moment, because in the fullness of time, that baby is going to come. That baby can't stay 1 day over, 1 minute over, and
baby. This baby is coming because the deliverance that this world needs, and normal baby can't do it. You need a baby that's a miracle baby. I come to tell you, God sent me to tell you in this message, it's the fullness of time. I didn't come prepared to preach, I didn't prepare a sermon to preach, but after my wife instructed them to go preach, and I heard her talking, and then I said, God just said to me the fullness of time. He sent Jesus at the fullness of time, and I've come to tell you that what you're going through is not a coincidence. What you're going through is not a mistake. God is with you in the valley. God is with you on the mountaintop. God is with you wherever you are. He is there keeping you and guiding you. He is there to give you the strength you need. What you need to do is how you respond. This is when Jesus came, he came in the fullness of time. Angels rejoiced when he came, because the Bible said the angels sang. You see that when Jesus came in the fullness of time, the shepherd heard the news. They didn't say, stay back, so we're going to go find him and worship him. The key thing is, when Jesus came in the fullness of time, the wise men saw the star, and they realized that the Messiah was born, and they said, we're not going to sit back here and speculate that he was born. They said, we're going to find him, and we're going to worship him, because when he comes to bring blessing. I've come to tell you that whatever you're going through is not a mistake. God is with you, and it tells me to tell you, I've come to bring you deliverance. All you've got to do is to worship me. All you've got to do is to celebrate. All you've got to do is to tell I am with you. I come in the fullness of time. I've come. The issue is, what is your response to the coming of Jesus? Herod heard he was coming. And Herod says, you go and find him. And when you find him, bring me news that I can come to worship. You say, well, the Holy Ghost, you can't trick him. You can trick man, but you can't trick the Holy Ghost. You can trick others, but you can't trick the Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost told the angels, told the wise men, don't go back to Herod. Herod don't want to worship him. Herod wants to kill him.